Welcome to the Fumble Forecast. I got the old man here, who's Big Tom. You got me, Little Tom. And we got Little Marky down here, whose name is Little Marky. And we are back after a long hiatus. It was a long off season with no football. But this very Thursday, the preseason returns. So we wanted to go through our off-season rankings because let's face it, the off-season's pretty much over. So it's time to go through draft ranks and the entire offseason as a whole rank, team by team. But we're not going to go through all 32. We're just going to go through who we think our biggest winners and biggest losers are of the draft and offseason this year. Marky, you want to go ahead and get started? Or do you want me to just take the
start
whole
with
thunder?
the draft or with the off season?
Let's start with the draft. Happened first, chronologically speaking. Makes sense.
All right. With the draft, I think. I mean, of course, I think that the Titans had an excellent draft, mostly because of my boy Cam Ward. I think he's
Top
going
tier.
to do really well. I think he's going to do really well there, and I hope to see good things out of him.
Yeah, I think Cam Ward really pulled their draft grade up from the grave. But overall, I think that the Titans actually had a pretty good off season as a whole. They kind of here, hold on, let me find it. I'm pretty sure that they were the team. Yeah, they are. So during this offseason, the Titans added an offensive tackle, 2 offensive guards, 1 just random O lineman. They just stacked the O line super hard. They picked up 3 quarterbacks in this offseason because I guess they're thinking one of them has to work. And of course they took Cam Ward, which I thought was a super good pickup for them.
On it, and as much as I hate it, I want to give a little shout out to the commies. Honestly, I don't think they did too bad.
Oh no, I don't think they did bad either. Like, if I'm being honest with you, I think that the Giants had like one of the best drafts, and so did the Cowboys, honestly. But I would put for me, the Commanders draft wise are a little bit more middle of the pack. But when I think of who had the better drafts, I'm thinking like the Cowboys had a pretty decent draft, and I think the Giants had like galaxy brain level draft. I mean, they picked up Abdul Carter, they picked up Jackson Dart, they picked up Darius Alexander, and they finally picked up a running back. I think that they kind of hit everything that they were missing, though I think that the Giants are really far behind the other NFC East teams still.
No, of course.
Unless Jackson Dart works out. If he's the promised man that we've been if he's the man that they've been promised, the Giants might even get to the playoffs this season.
Well, who do they have for a quarterback?
Jackson Dart and JJ Redick.
So nobody.
Or wait, no, not JJ Redick. What the fuck am I talking about? Here, hold on. What the fuck is his name?
Yeah, see, that's how good they are.
No, I'm just getting the name wrong. Oh, I'm thinking of the Vikings quarterback. JJ McCarthy. No, the Giants are probably going to start Jackson Dart or Russell Wilson.
Yeah, Russell Wilson.
Yeah. If only it was 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah, no, I feel pretty good about the Giants not being good. So.
I feel that way every year for the past 5 years, so I don't blame you.
They traded away their own the only generational talent they had on that team to the Eagles for
Saquon.
For nothing. For practically nothing. And then
bag of peanuts.
And then Daniel Jones, who they put all their eggs in the Daniel Jones basket, and then they couldn't jettison his ass out fast enough. So that's going to
Yeah,
sting them. That's going to
bad,
sting them for years, man. So
And
bad.
then he goes to the playoffs without them with the Vikings.
Yeah, like I said, at least
Bro,
Jackson
fucking
Dart.
disaster.
If Jackson Dart is as good as I'm expecting him to be, they might be in okay shape.
I mean, they're obviously going to start him now in the preseason. I honestly, I'd be
I don't
interested
think
to
so.
see. You don't think they're going to play him in the preseason?
No, I think they're gonna
Why
start
not?
Russell Wilson.
they're not going to start Wilson. Wilson's a veteran. They'll play Dart. I mean, it doesn't make any sense not to. You got to put your rookie in there. He's got to see what he can do. They'll play him.
They also have Jameis Winston too.
Yeah, another stiff. They're just not going to be good, man. I mean, yeah,
No, they're
I get it.
not.
If they can get like what the hell is his name? The Commodores.
Oh, Jaden Daniels.
Maybe they'll catch lightning in a bottle, I mean, not to jump ahead here, but I think Daniels is going to have a sophomore slump this season too.
Oh, me too.
It's just a feeling I have. I don't think he's going to be. Now you've got the defensive coordinators are going over that film with a fine tooth comb, and they took an awful lot of chances last season too because the expectations were so low for him. But now the expectations are higher. The bar is raised. So
Yeah.
we'll see. Sorry, I didn't mean to jump ahead.
No, you're good. I actually think that what you're saying makes sense. But I don't think it's just a hunch that you're working on here that he's gonna have a slump. I think that Terry McLaurin wants to leave. If he leaves, who in the fuck is he gonna be throwing the ball to?
Right. Yeah, there's
Bo
that too.
Samuels.
Oh yeah,
Well,
Debo.
won't they put like they'll probably like put the franchise tag on him or something and not let him go.
Who, Jaden Daniels or Terry?
Terry McLaurin. No, I'm sure Daniels probably still has 2 years left on his deal or
Yeah,
something.
he was a rookie last year, so
Yeah, so he probably got a 3 year deal. I don't know what his deal is, but I mean, usually it's kind of like 3 years.
yeah. Yeah. I think that the Commanders are maybe not even gonna make it to the playoffs this season. Let me put it to you that way.
Well, yeah. I mean,
I think they're
the
gonna
Eagles
have
are
a
going to
big
dominate
slump.
the league,
I mean,
so
they're
they're not going to
definitely
win the
coming in
division.
second place in the division.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, I think the Cowboys are gonna be second place.
Really?
I don't know. I think it's a toss up between the Cowboys and Washington.
Commies.
Well, I
Well,
think
it's
they're
just
going to.
one of the
If you want to
reasons that the
change the name,
Cowboys were so bad last season was because they had so many injuries. Like Micah Parsons himself didn't even play for like 6 games.
right? Yeah, the Cowboys look good on paper. I mean, they
Well, they
do.
do every year.
They just can't win in the playoffs.
They
The
just
postseason
suck
is not their
dick.
friend.
But I think that they're adding in help mostly where they need to. Like they got Tyler Booker. I think he's going to be an okay replacement for Zach Martin, at least as a rookie. But I mean, Zach Martin's a hard person to replace. I mean, he gave up like 3 sacks in his entire career, so kind of tough to replace a guy like that. And
Yeah.
for their other stuff, they really bolstered things that they need. Like for example, they picked up an edge rusher in the draft. And hold on, let me see their whole additions list one more time. Yeah, like they have a laundry list of shit that they got done in the offseason. Like they picked up 3 linemen, they picked up 4
In the draft?
linemen. No, outside of the draft they did this even.
Oh, okay. So they traded too.
Yeah. Yeah, they actually picked up Miles Sanders because he was doing a whole lot with the Panthers, I guess. They picked up
Miles,
Javonte Williams.
isn't he like 34 or something now? I mean, he's got to be getting up
No,
there.
no, he's younger than Saquon actually.
Is he? It's hard to believe.
He's a year younger than Saquon.
Oh, that's
He's
right.
either one
Yeah,
or two.
yeah,
Because we
they
picked
played
him up
together.
like 1 or 2 years, like we drafted him 1 or 2 years after
Right.
Saquon was drafted.
Yeah. He played behind him, right? So
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
was the backup for Barkley at Penn State.
yeah, I was way off.
But no, he's a bum at this point, I feel. He is the poor man's Saquon Barkley.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, Barkley's.
Everyone's the poor man's Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, I mean, well, you're putting, like Barkley's up there with Henry, and
And
there's
the
just.
greatest running backs of all time.
Well, I don't know about the greatest
Up
running
there
backs
with
right
Bo
now.
Jackson.
They're the greatest running backs right now.
I
Yeah,
mean, how many
I'm not
people
putting
have
them
had
in the same.
2,000-yard seasons?
Yeah, I'm saying they're yeah. I mean, sure, all time, but sustainability is something too, right?
Well, I mean, sure, but to be completely fair, he was on a bum-ass team for 10 years. Then he finally
Well, I mean,
goes
if he
to a
comes
good
out, look,
team
if
and
he
he
comes out
gets
this season, if he
2,000
comes out,
yards.
yeah, but if he comes out this season and gets like 1,500 yards, it's still nothing to scoff at. But then all of a sudden, it's a different conversation you're
Well,
having, right?
he's not going to get 2,000 yards this season. Not with
No.
AJ Dillon added to the roster. It's just not going to happen. Like, they're trying to keep him for longevity's sake at this point, so they brought in AJ Dillon. I guarantee you he's going to get at least like 30% of the snaps that Saquon would have gotten.
Well, all I can say is they have discovered or realized something that works, right? Like it took until the fourth game of last season for them to come to that realization that, and I mean, I said this last year when I was on the fumble forecast that, I wasn't completely sold on Hurts, but I mean, regular season Hurts is not the same as postseason Hurts. They're
Yeah,
two
I wish
different.
that we could just transplant it.
Well, why can't he play like that in the regular season? I mean, I'm glad that he can. I'm glad that he's not all kinds of spectacular in the regular season and then folds like Lamar Jackson does in the playoffs. Right? Because that's the argument that you hear, that Lamar Jackson is more talented than Jalen Hurts. Yeah, he might be, but all that talent in the world doesn't mean anything
Well,
if you
how
don't
many
win an
rings does he
game.
have, though?
Right, none.
Exactly.
None.
What
And
a
what, like one playoff
bum!
win or something too? Does one or two playoff wins? I mean,
I'm
yeah. All
still
right.
so sad. I would.
So, Dad, who do you take as the best draft in the NFL? The most recent draft.
Who I think was the best pick in the draft?
No, just the best team in the draft. Who did the best?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know who. I'll start when the preseason starts. I'll watch some preseason stuff and I'll tell you then because I don't follow college enough to make any kind of opinion.
No,
So
I
I
feel you.
who did good or who didn't. Fuck is
I
this?
feel you. So my vote, I think the Patriots had the best draft in football. They bolstered the O-line, which is a state of weakness for them in front of a brand new quarterback who's showing a lot of promise. And I think that that's kind of a worthwhile investment. It's always good when you have that young, decent quarterback to invest in an O-line to protect them. So I kind of am down with that. But they also managed to pick up a running back, which was another area of desperate need for the Patriots. Um, they replaced some members of their coaching staff, but that's more of an off-season grade that we'll talk about in a little bit. And they added an edge rusher. They finally got a wide receiver who might be half decent. They just had, I think, both a very balanced draft and managed to address the most areas of need of any team in football. But if I had to pick like one that wasn't him, like I had to pick a second team, I'd probably go with the Raiders. I think the Raiders had an excellent draft. So that's kind of how I'm feeling. Now, Marky, it's your turn. We're round robin style here on this one. Who's the worst draft in football?
Worst draft in football? Oh, that's an
Worst.
easy pick.
Oh,
The
yeah?
Browns.
Oh, dude, I don't even think it was the Browns, to be honest with you, but explain yourself, young man.
Yeah, I got 2 words for you. Shador Sanders.
Yeah, that was so bad. Why? Like,
Like,
I just
look,
don't. They picked a quarterback ahead of him.
I make the joke, like, I was making this joke before. Like, oh my god, the Browns they fleeced Jacksonville, whoever it was that they traded with to move back or whatever. Or no, for Jacksonville to move up to, I think, I forget exactly how it played out. Like, oh, they fleeced him because they wanted Shador. They still got him in the 5th round, but he went in the 5th round. That's gotta be a fucking problem.
Yeah,
He's he's gonna be a problem in the locker room for sure. For
I think
sure.
he's not going to be a problem in the locker room. See, look, I think Shadur Sanders gets a lot of bad PR because his dad acts like such a dickhead in public. I think that if it wasn't for Dion, Shadur probably would have gone in like round 2, most likely. But
Think so?
the problem is that Dion just can't shut his fucking mouth. Just shut up.
He never could.
Yeah, I know. But at the same time, it's like I like Shadur Sanders. I don't think he's super great or anything. I see him as a solid round 2 level talent. This I'm gonna get flamed for. From a draft perspective, I put him at the same level in a draft scenario, not knowing what I was getting, as I would have put Jalen Hurts if I was a GM when I was drafting both of them. Like they are the same level coming out of college as each other. Like I see Shadur Sanders as very similar in play style, skill, and talent. Like the positives that you get from Shadur Sanders are similar to the positives that you get from Jalen Hurts, is what I'm saying. However, Jalen Hurts doesn't come with the list of negatives to your PR and marketing team that Shadur Sanders comes with because his dad doesn't shut the fuck up. Like he's already out there like chirping about how it's unfair that he got picked in round 5. Shut the fuck up. Be happy your kid got drafted at all, bozo. The only reason he even had a starting QB position in college is because his dad was the head coach.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. But like I said, I think the ceiling for Shadur Sanders is Jalen Hurts. The floor is, unfathomably awful. But no, I don't disagree with you. I think that the Browns had a god awful draft. Was there any other highlights on the Browns that you wanted to, or lowlights, I guess, that you wanted to point out?
To be completely honest, it's just Shador. And
Yeah.
and the like everything leading up to Shador, like the trade with Jacksonville, that was dumb. That was
Well,
really dumb.
so I think that the Browns did good to pick up Mason Graham. But the thing is that confuses me is they picked up Mason Graham, but they just signed Myles Garrett to this crazy contract to keep him on the team.
Well, that was after the draft.
I know. So why did their front office not have that conversation with Myles Garrett before they drafted with their first round pick? Like, it just doesn't make any sense because now Mason Graham is going to be going into a situation where he's not going to get as much attention as he should from his coaches because everybody's going to be focused on Myles Garrett and making sure that Myles Garrett is happy and satisfied. It's just a total mismatch. And from a front office perspective, here's the thing about the Browns. They managed to bungle every single decision from a front office standpoint. Like, I'm at the point where if I was the owner of the Browns, I'm replacing every single member of the staff.
I'll keep them exactly where they are.
He needs to sell the team.
That's an option too.
Yeah, he needs to sell the team.
Just go
Yeah.
nuclear. I'm out. I'm done.
Yeah. And then back to the Shadur Sanders thing. If they were going to draft him, why wouldn't they draft him before Dylan Gabriel, who nobody was taking? Nobody was taking that guy.
No, it is very strange.
It's very, very strange. And they drafted 2 running backs. Like, I just don't get it. What the fuck were they thinking?
They're not good. They're not thinking. They're not good.
Yeah, they are not good.
I feel sorry for them because I mean, it's all kinds of a storied franchise. I mean, if you go, well, I mean, you got to go back a half a
while.
century. You know,
To Jim Brown.
one time when they were good.
Yeah. But here's the thing. So Myles Garrett, he's got a 4-year extension at $123 million, $40 million guaranteed. And then the deal also ties Garrett to the Browns for the next 6 years, including a no trade clause. So they can't get rid of him.
Yeah. That's
Well, they could cut him. I mean, you could cut him. You still have to pay the
Insane.
guaranteed money, but you could.
Yeah.
You could.
Oh no. Sorry, I was wrong on the total. The 123 million is the guaranteed amount.
Well, then they're dead. They're even stupider than I thought. They don't deserve. They don't deserve to win.
Yeah, it's bad. Like I don't understand what they were thinking. And they picked up Kenny Pickett from us. And in exchange, like they also signed Joe Flacco to a deal. What the fuck is that?
Let's be fair. Kenny Pickett is a Super Bowl champ.
True.
Well, he's thrown more passes than Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson have in a Super Bowl.
In the Super Bowl.
Sure.
Yeah, it's
or
true.
Dak Prescott.
So he's better.
Dak Prescott.
But no, like the quarterback situation for the Browns is just really strange. They have Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, Dylan Gabriel, Shadur Sanders. Like they just have a plethora of dog shit.
Yeah. And then
Like they have the third string quarterback is all 4 of their choices.
So it's like, what was it? What it was Roseman, I think, said that what their
The
Eagles were
quarterback factory.
That's like what you don't want to be a quarterback factory. You want to have one good quarterback and a decent backup in case something happens to him. I'll tell you who's going to be worth something is that Tanner McKee, because I don't know how long that dude. He's got 1 year left. He's not going to want. He's not going to want to sit on the bench. He's going to go somewhere and play, and I bet you he's going to be good. He's got some trade. Eagles might be able. I mean, if the trade was like a first round pick and Tanner McKee, and maybe a second round pick or something for Parsons, I would fucking do it. I would do that deal. I would
trade Tanner McKee for a box of tampons and a peanut. He's fucking worthless.
I don't think he's not worthless. Why do you think he's not played? How can it be worthless?
That's exactly why he's fucking worthless. We have a Super Bowl MVP quarterback on the roster. Plus, we have a backup. Tanner McKee is our 3rd string quarterback right now. If anybody trades us anything,
who's the 2nd string quarterback?
Dorian Thompson.
PTR.
No, it's going to be. He's going to be on the 3rd string.
What do you mean? He is the 2nd stringer.
So I don't know. We'll see.
I'm just saying, anybody who's dumb enough to give us a top 3 round pick in any year ever in exchange for Tanner McKee, I'm taking that deal immediately because he's fucking worthless right now.
Doesn't Tennessee have someone that we need?
Yeah, for real. Can we fuck over Tennessee again? Howie Roseman
shit.
has some compromising photos of those motherfuckers.
I was watching a video. I was watching a video going over how the Titans are such fucking idiots for letting AJ walk.
Yeah, that was dumb. And could you imagine AJ Brown combined with Cam Ward right now?
It wasn't
Oh
just
my
that.
lord!
It was also the deal with Wentz, sending Wentz to Indianapolis.
Yeah, why the
They got
fuck did they want him?
him, and plus they lost having to pay him all that huge salary. Like it was such a big bonehead move by the Colts to take him. But hey, they did us.
We just fuck everyone we touch. I don't know how he keeps getting trades with people. Like, honestly, it should be at the point now where it's like, oh, Howie Roseman's calling me on the phone. We don't want any.
Whatever it is you're doing, we want to do the opposite of it.
Yeah, whatever you want, we're keeping them.
All right.
But
Well, hey, I've been paying attention, but my phone's getting ready to die. So,
all right, you can hang up the cleats.
all right, yeah. So I'll probably make
Appearance?
another appearance probably after the first regular season game. I can't do the preseason's too much.
No, I feel you.
So yeah, I might be over. I might come watch the game over your place, Tommy.
Okay. All
I
right,
got
sounds
that.
good.
Did you tell Marky all my shit blew up?
I don't think I did actually. Mark's been working like every single day.
My 77-inch TV got fried.
Oh,
My mesh
oh
system router
no!
got cooked. My PS5.
Yeah, everything got fucked up.
Oh, did
So
you get hit by lightning or something?
we had a power surge. We had a real bad storm, and I had a power.
Oh,
I mean, the shit was
Ow.
surge protectors, and it still got cooked.
Oh,
But
that's weird.
it's all covered under warranty. So
Well, there you go. So we'll be watching football for years to come.
yeah, that's the plan. And Mama wants to get a bigger TV now, so I don't know.
Yeah,
We'll
you were
see.
telling me that. That's wild.
I
This
don't
man
think
has
we
a
could.
huge TV.
And
no,
it's like
bigger.
I don't want to get a bigger TV, and
More.
I never thought those words would ever cross my lips. But it's big. 77 is big enough. I don't need a bigger one. So I'd
Yeah, I
rather have
gotcha.
Well,
better.
I mean,
I'd rather
now
have
you'll get
better
the.
stuff. So all right, I'm going to
Now,
cut out, man. See you guys.
All
Good
right,
talking
alright.
to
see ya,
you.
Chief.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye bye. No, I
All
really
right,
like it. It's like I never thought I'd ever say I don't want a bigger TV. Gets the 80-inch TV. It's like, nah,
we're returning
I
it.
like this. Nah, I like this.
So
It's like
I
that
think
meme.
now,
It's like that meme with like, oh, the dad doesn't want to get the dog. Well, once you get the dog, dad
he's
and dog are
cuddling it.
best friends.
So moving on. Unless you had more to say about how awful the Cleveland Browns were in the draft.
No, I don't got nothing more.
So
Suck to suck.
my worst draft pick, or my worst team for the draft, pick. It's gotta be the New Orleans Saints, man. Like they are so bad at
Oh no,
everything.
they're definitely one
Everything.
of the
Like
worst.
honestly, saying they're the worst doesn't nearly encapsulate how I feel about their draft. Like it was so bad. How do they not pick a quarterback round 1? How? They actually trusted the Zodiac Killer. It's unbelievable. He retired. They didn't draft a fucking quarterback round 1, and this Zodiac Killer, by this I mean Derek Carr, retired.
No, Tom, we definitely think you mean the actual Zodiac Killer.
Well, that'd be something else. But the thing that's confusing here for me, it's the same problem that I was just talking about with the Browns. How does their front office not go and talk to Derek Carr and get a solid answer out of him? And if they can't pry an answer out of his cold, dead, murderous Zodiac Killer hands, how do you not draft the quarterback anyway, just in case? And you know what? I actually learned something here. They did draft a quarterback, in round 2, and he's actually one of the quarterbacks in the draft that I low-key kind of liked, like diamond in the rough type pick, like high value, low cost type pick, Tyler Show, or Shao. I don't know how to pronounce it, to be honest. I think it's Show. From Louisville. I actually learned that this is the highest QB selection that the Saints have taken since 1971.
Excuse me?
Yeah, they have not picked a quarterback as high as round 2 since 1971. And that was Archie Manning with the second overall pick in the draft. This is the first time since 1971 that they have chosen a quarterback in the second round or higher. The Saints don't give a fuck about the quarterback position. I think what happened is they got so used to having Drew Brees for such a long time, such a MVP, perennial super talent, that they just forgot how to assess the talent of quarterbacks. They just don't remember how they did it the first time. They need to call up whoever the talent scout was that scouted Drew Brees and just bring him back. You come on down.
This is for
Because,
later.
like, for the love of God.
Yeah.
And they hardly addressed any of their areas of need. They drafted 4 people on defense. Sorry, I forgot about their round 7 final pick. Fadil Diggs. But yeah, it's pretty bad. And like, talking about Tyler Show, he has a very intense injury history. Like, that motherfucker gets injured at the drop of a dime. So I can't even imagine him getting hit by like a superstar. Like Jalen Carter, dude. Jalen Carter is gonna rip his leg off.
Rip the leg. Rip the leg.
Sweep the leg, Johnny. I just don't understand how every single year the Saints manage to address no areas of need. Like, they just keep letting everyone leave and bringing in nothing. I don't know how it works. I don't get it. Kind of wild. But they did manage to get Kellen Moore as their head coach, so maybe he can turn things around in the front office down there. Who knows? Because they need it. They need all the leadership they can possibly get. I don't even know what to say. The Saints are just so fucking horrible. It's unbelievable. And like, dude, I can't understate this enough. Well, actually, we'll get there. When we start talking about the offseason, we'll get there. So, I think in between talking about draft, talking about offseason, I want to talk about the Eagles specifically because I'm not going to lie to you. They don't fit into the best and they don't fit into the worst for the draft or the offseason, in my opinion. I don't really feel like the Eagles really did a whole fucking hell of a lot of anything in this offseason. And you know what? That's okay. For a Super Bowl winning team, they didn't lose a whole shitload of people, which is always great. They added some people, but most of the people that they added are like kind of, I'm not gonna lie, bums. They managed to extend Saquon Barkley, which is always great. They re-signed Zach Bond to a 3-year deal, which was like, oh my God, thank the heavens, because that was my number one assignment for the Eagles. If you guys remember our episode after the Super Bowl, my number one assignment for the Eagles was to get Zach Bond on a deal locked down because we never have fucking linebackers. But everything else for the most part was just like nothing. Like it was like we extended Lane Johnson. We extended Cam Jurgens, like he signed a 4-year deal with us. Whatever. I don't really feel super strongly about their offseason, but I will say on the draft, it is fucking insane to me how lucky we keep getting. How in the fuck did the person who was rated as the 12th overall best pick in the draft fall to 31 and the Eagles picked him up? How is that possible? How does this fucking happen every single goddamn year for the Eagles? This is truly a case of the rich becoming obscenely richer. This is like if Elon Musk doubled his net worth overnight. How does this happen? As an Eagles fan, I'm happy about it, but like for real, what the fuck is the rest of the league? They're just gonna let them get away with this over and over again?
No,
Wild.
Howie has that magic. He has the devil magic.
Yeah,
It's like
it's wild. So,
maybe
did
the
you have
game,
anything
maybe the
you wanted
games
to?
don't. Well, I was
No,
gonna
go
say
ahead.
like maybe the games don't always work out in our favor. You know, the Chiefs will have their game day devil magic, but on draft day, Howie becomes the Satan.
The
He
whole
be
off season, Howard. You better call him by his full name and show some respect. Howard,
Howard.
out of
Howard, I'm
fear,
sorry.
Howard has something going on here, some pact with an eldritch deity that entitles him to all of these benefits. Like, we got Jahad Campbell. We filled our safety gap with Andrew Mukaba, who I think is a really good value pickup. Just to give you a brief overview of Andrew Mukaba, he is a safety, 5'11", 186 pounds, and he is electric, is how I would describe his playstyle. He is a fast motherfucker, and he is all over the field at all times. But I think that he needs a lot of experience before he gets to a point where he's going to be comfortable in the NFL. He's not, how do I say this? He's not the most like high level cerebral player. He's just extremely athletically talented, I think. So I think it's going to take him a little bit to get to the point where, as a safety, he can hold it down. Which, honestly, would have been great to keep CJGJ on here to train the young man up. But, I will say, as far as the Eagles' offseason goes, biggest L on letting CJGJ walk away. Why? They gave him up for a bag of fucking peanuts.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand why they did that. Very weird to me. Do you have any idea what was going on there? From what I've heard, it's that he was a nuisance in the locker room, but I don't believe that. Like, I'm sorry, I just don't buy it. Like, the Eagles sometimes say stuff, and I'm just like, there's no way.
I think it's more that I can buy it just because he never stops yapping. So like
Yes.
I think
You think it was like that one penalty that they got where he was talking too much and he got ejected?
it's more like he has his good moments, but he also has his bad moments. So they made the decision. Maybe we just try to keep everything good in the locker room. That's my guess, because
It has to
like
be a locker room thing because his
no,
skill is undoubtable.
no, it absolutely is. Like, there's no, if anybody, if it was a gameplay decision, then we can go ahead and say fire the front office. Not really, but
Oh, well, I'm never gonna doubt Howie Roseman, but that'd be a big question mark.
yeah. And so
But
it's got to be
sorry. Go ahead. Go
no,
ahead.
it's got to be a locker room problem, and it has to be something like that. Like he can bring everybody else up, but he also has the power to bring everybody down. That's probably what it is.
Yeah. Another thing that I will say is while our offense managed to lose like a surprisingly small amount of people, our defense got complete. Mark, you what's going on over there, buddy?
Don't worry about it.
Anyway,
Continue.
we managed to keep most of the offense together after the Super Bowl win, but we lost a huge chunk of our defense. Like our starters even. For example, we lost Milton Williams, we lost Josh Sweat, we lost Brandon Graham to retirement. We lost Avante Maddox, Isaiah Rogers, Darius Slay, CJ GJ. We just lost people across the board. Milton Williams. Um we lost a lot of people. However, I will say another A plus move from Howie Roseman. He somehow convinced the 49ers to take Bryce Huff and his contract. How? That dude had like 6 snaps the whole season. The fuck was he doing? How? Why would you take him? It boggles the mind. Very confusing. But I think a lot of the Eagles' departures are simply because of monetary reasons. Like for example, they lost everybody that they were gonna have to pay a lot of money. They lost Kenneth Gainwell. They lost Mekhi Becton. They lost Fred Johnson. They lost Josh Sweat. They lost Milton Williams. They lost Bryce Huff. They lost Darius Slay, and they lost CJ GJ. All of these people have one thing in common. They were expensive. I think that the Eagles defense is going to have a big challenge this next season replacing those names. How are you feeling, Marky?
I'm gonna wait until the preseason. I It's true that we did lose a lot of our starters on defense, but I've seen what Vic brought to the table.
Mm-hmm.
Our defensive line is still mostly intact. The backfield is where we lost a lot of people. So that's really where the question's going to be whether or not uh Quignon and my boy, it's blurred out.
Oh,
But
Saquon.
my boy. No, the white one.
Oh, Cooper DeJean. The
Dejean, come
white one.
yeah,
Oh
you want
no.
the white corner can't get in. They were all doing it
You
anyway.
want you some white cornerbacks?
Like how we have to see how they're gonna start and how they're gonna slot into the role because they're gonna be the starters for sure. And I like again, I just have more faith in this defense to take something to like take this sort of loss and mold it into something. I think I want to see play. I want to see gameplay first, but I'm pretty sold still.
Now,
I
let
mean,
me
we
be
still
very clear. I didn't say I was worried.
no, I don't I'm not saying that you said that at all. What I'm saying is that I'm still sold on this team.
Yeah, me too.
There's
So, while we're on this topic, what's your record prediction for the season?
for us.
Yeah, for the Eagles.
I want to say either 12-5 or 13-4, depending on when we
Oh,
have
dude, you
our.
can't copy me like that. That's literally what I was gonna say.
Well, wait. Let me see. When do we have our bye?
Week
Let me
9.
go. Week 9. Um,
I'm gonna be real.
I'm
I think
gonna
it's a
say
13-win season.
if it's in week 9, I think I'm gonna say 12-5.
Yeah, I'm going with 13 wins. I just feel like there's no reason to expect
It's
them to fall apart.
the I think it's going to
You
be.
lost your camera there, bud.
No, fuck me.
Rat boy.
All right, there
Oh,
we go.
well, at least it worked this time. You didn't have to warm up the projector.
The reason I think it's going to be tough is that we have a kind of loaded front half of the season.
Well, the thing is, I'm expecting this next season that the offense is going to be explosive. Last season, we kind of saw a really subdued offense. But the thing is, I think that everyone is going to be trying to account for Saquon this season, which is going to really open the passing game up a lot.
Actually, you know what? I say we have like a loaded first half, but actually the second half is a lot worse.
Our whole schedule is really brutal.
Yeah,
We have the hardest schedule in football, I'm pretty sure.
I really don't like I don't like hosting, going to Commanders, going to Bills, and then hosting the Commies. I do not like that.
I think we win all three sweep. No, I think our losses are going to come from dog shit teams that have no chance of getting into the playoffs. It
So
happens
what do you
every
think?
fucking year. Like,
We're gonna
hold
lose
on, do
to
we
the
play the Panthers this season? Because if we do, we're fucked.
No,
What about the Saints?
no. So
No, we did them last year. We had NFC South
yeah,
last year.
we got
Um,
we got Cowboys into Chiefs into Rams,
okay, we'll win all three of those.
then Bucks into Broncos into Giants.
Oh, we're gonna lose to the Broncos and we're gonna lose to the Bucks.
It's another home game for the Bucks. God, fuck you.
Well, we just can't beat the Buccaneers. I've just accepted it.
So after that, we have Vikings into Giants into Packers.
We win all three of those.
Then we have Lions into Cowboys into Bears.
We win all three of those.
And then Chargers Raiders, and then Commie Bill Commie.
I think the Raiders beat us. I've changed my mind. We're a 14-win team.
God damn.
I'm put 14 wins. I see no reason to think that most of those teams are going to be this. We might lose to an extra dog shit team at some point in the season, but good teams can't beat the Eagles. It's just not possible. Only dog shit teams can beat the Eagles. It's like kind of our superpower, you know? We can only beat teams that are in playoff contention. But yeah, without any further ado, let's talk about overall off seasons. Who had the best overall off season, Little Marky?
I don't know who had the best. I just know who had the worst.
Well, let's start with the best.
There's some moves that I didn't even realize had happened. So like I just don't know. Like I didn't know that D Hop went to Baltimore.
Oh my god, that's so awful. Why did they do that? I like that man needs to retire. Put him in the old folks home already. Like, what do they think this is? 5 years ago?
I can tell you I don't trust the Chiefs because they picked up not only the Minch,
Yeah, that was weird. I don't. That's crazy.
but also Bailey Zappi.
Yeah, I mean that's. They're always swapping out quarterbacks, though. They don't really give a shit about who their backup quarterback is.
Um I don't really know anybody here on the Broncos. Oh, Hafunga. I guess that could
Okay.
work out.
For me, okay, there's 3 teams that I think just did not quite equal. Oh wait, we're doing good first, right?
Yeah.
Never mind.
See, it's a little bit harder, isn't it?
No, there's 2 teams for best that I would be bumbling between, and that's uh the Chicago Bears and the Arizona Cardinals. I think they had really good off seasons. Both teams really heavily addressed all of their concerns. The Cardinals, their D line is starting to look pretty crazy. Just for example, they picked up edge rusher Baron Browning. They picked up L.J. Collier. They picked up Josh Sweat. They picked up Calais Campbell. They picked up Dalvin Tomlinson. They picked up some linebackers, Akeem Davis, Gaither, and some of these names, man, and Michael Walker. Um, but they also managed to keep things pretty tough on the front for the offense as well, adding a few O linemen. They just had overall a really 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 good draft. Or sorry, offseason. Yeah, and they drafted Walter Nolan at number 16. That's an amazing pickup. Drafted 2 corners, an additional edge. They just stacked the lines pretty much, and they really gave Jonathan Gannon. They really gave him everything a defensive-minded coach could ever possibly hope for. If he can't get it done this year with the crew that they've given him, they might move on. Like, I see this as a make or break playoff season for the Arizona Cardinals as far as Jonathan Gannon is concerned. And I think they did a good job at it.
Yeah.
So who did you pick for best again?
I haven't picked anybody. I don't.
Get a load of this guy. Well, it has to be the New York Giants. They re-signed Tommy Pizza.
Hey,
Thank
is the
God.
pizza paisano?
I hope that he never retires. I love him. Even though
I
he's a Giant.
I don't know. Like a lot, at least for me, a lot of the teams, from what I'm like quickly looking over, just did okay for the most part. Like they had some ups, they had some downs. Like there are only a couple that really stick out to me as stinkers.
Yeah. I mean, that's how it always is, you know?
Yeah,
And obviously you can't know until the season starts, but I'm sure that you and I can both agree that the Indianapolis Colts had one of the worst off seasons of any team in football. I mean, they brought in Daniel Jones
yeah,
on a 1-year deal.
yeah.
Why?
That was a mistake.
And they also made the mistake of a few years ago drafting Anthony Richardson. Why the fuck did they do that? Terrible, terrible. And then you have the fucking Steelers who just don't even know what they're doing anymore.
Well, the Steelers are going to be one of my picks for absolute most garbage.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like, dude, they let Minka Fitzpatrick walk so that they could pay TJ Watt.
Yeah,
By
and
the way, quick one. Do
and
you
you
know
know
where
what?
Minka went?
I saw it here.
He's
I
a
saw it here.
Dolphin.
Yeah.
Great
What a
pickup by the Dolphins.
what a what a shame.
Great pickup by the Dolphins.
No, I saw, and you know what? Maybe if you didn't take DK Metcalf and fucking Aaron Rodgers, you might have been able to keep both TJ and Minka.
And George Pickens.
On the No, I think they did good in letting him go.
Are you serious?
A little bit. I think he's a locker room problem. And you know what? I think he's going to be a locker room problem in Dallas, which is why Dallas is my second pick for absolute
No
worst.
way. All right, they
A
did
little bit.
bad. Okay, they get like a D minus, but they were nowhere even close to the fucking Steelers.
Yeah, I know. It's mostly just Dallas sucks
Memes.
talking,
Yeah.
but I do think it will, like, they're really fucking up, like, seriously. They pick so they get George Pickens, who I think is a locker room problem. They're not paying Dak. They're not paying Micah. What are you doing?
Well, I was actually reading. Hold on. Let me do a quick breaking news check. I read somewhere that Micah agreed to a deal. Could be crazy. Nope. It was memes that I saw. He's still leaving. See that's the thing, man. Like Micah Parsons is not the kind of guy that you want leaving your football team at age what 26.
Yeah.
Real weird. Like, dude, Jerry Jones he's gotta go. Awful. And of course, the New York Jets had one of the worst off seasons in football. I don't think they can help it. Oh, and that was another thing I wanted to talk about. The 49ers fucking blow. Dude, they put Robert Saleh back on their coaching staff
Yeah.
after his
That was
disaster in New York.
well, I mean, let him focus on the defense. That's what he's good at.
I don't even know how good he is online.
But that actually reminded me of something that I didn't even realize happened. The Chargers let Joey Bosa walk.
Oh, I didn't know that either. Really?
Yeah, no. And he went to another AFC team. Hold up, wait. He went to the Bills.
That's a great pickup for the Bills.
No, it is. It won't
I mean,
help them when they
he's not
lose.
Nick, right? But
No, but
he is good.
he's a good veteran for sure.
Yeah.
No, I,
Oh my
I,
god, I remember when he was drafted. I'm getting old. But here's another thing. The Bills re-signed DeMar Hamlin again. Does he just get a pass forever to have NFL contracts for the rest of his life now?
I mean, it was only a $2 million deal, so
I don't care.
he's probably done after this.
He has to be.
Though, speaking of deals, Josh Allen's deal.
Yeah, they're
I
really
didn't.
putting the old ball and chain on for that one.
I did not realize exactly what it was, and oh my god,
330 million, 250 guaranteed.
6 years, 6 more years of Josh Allen. Oh my god, bro, he's gonna be destroyed. He's the only player on the team. He's
I
gonna be
feel so bad
destroyed.
for him because he is so obviously the second generation of Kelly from the 90s. It's just like, please let that man succeed somewhere. Why are you doing this to him?
I mean, he's not going to. Who's gonna take on that contract until it's like at the very end of the
Well, that's what
deal?
I'm saying. His old contract, people totally would have taken him. But the new contract, no.
Bro,
Oh,
at the
Mark, your camera's having an issue again.
oh,
It's having a
fucking hell.
stroke.
You know what? I should just get I should just get the new camera and I should just commission like a VTuber model of the Rat King and then just use that.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
Oh, I don't know if it's still up for you, but it's a nice freeze frame
Yeah, it
it's got
really.
on me.
No, don't worry. Everyone can see the freeze frame of you right now. I'm leaving this in there. And
Yeah,
all
I
right.
went
So we
ahead
went
I went ahead
over.
and I sent you
No,
I
you're good.
sent you a link for a camera. Just when we're done, look at it and tell me if it's worth it. Just so I
Yeah,
can
sure.
avoid this for the future.
Well, you know.
Yeah.
So, so we went over the best off seasons. Now, how about the worst off seasons? Who was the
Oh, I mean,
worst, Mark?
the worst are the Steelers by far.
You really think they're the worst, though?
I do because everything about the Browns was said in the draft.
Well, you can bring them back in, so.
I know, but I don't want to double dip.
Well, it's just. So here's the thing for me. It's between a couple of teams. Like, there were some teams that just had really bad off season. Like, really bad. For example, the Atlanta Falcons. What are they doing? Who do they want to be? They took the word rebuild way too serious. Like, I just don't even know what to say about them. And then you have teams like the Seattle Seahawks where it's like, okay, they're clearly a solid rebuild team, but yet they paid and traded for Sam Darnold. Why? It's real weird. And then another perennial terrible here. Honestly they have to be my pick. I think the Bengals had the worst offseason in football. They are doing so bad at protecting the quarterback. And they are doing so bad at the same time at building a D line. They have one person on their D line, really. Everyone else is just like bums that they're signing the 1-year deals. And it's just like, dude, you guys know that there's two sides of the ball, right? You know? Like, they did really good that they got Jamar Chase and T. Higgins locked in on deals. Fantastic. 2 4-year deals. Great. Where's your running backs? And where's your D line? What is going on here, guys? And they signed Desmond Ridder, who, I still argue never got a fair shake. But for me, it's between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Atlanta Falcons. They are bad. Both teams are just so off. And for the
Reminding me.
Falcons, what'd you say?
You're reminding me that
The Falcons are
one of
horrible.
these, yeah, no, one of these football guys that I watched, like he does skits. Tom Grossi is his name. And when he does like he does these skits for any sort of NFL news, and pretty much since the Super Bowl, every skit that he's done has had the Falcons like trying to pawn off Kirk Cousins in some way, shape, or form.
Brother, that's just real life.
No, I know, but it's just funny.
Well, the thing is, even if they trade him, they still have to pay. Like, they're taking on the contract still, even if they dump him. Like, they still take the cap hit. So they're just fucked. But here's the thing: the reason that I'm not counting the Falcons this year as the absolute worst, and is because The Kirk Cousins thing happened last season. So I'm talking in isolation. I think that it has to go to the Bengals. I think if you include the Kirk Cousins debacle that they've gotten themselves involved in, I think the Falcons are the worst. But since that happened last season, I'm going to give them a little bit of grace and say that they don't get it. The Cincinnati Bengals get it this time, which is a shame because I think the Cincinnati Bengals on offense, at least, are fantastic.
Yeah, but there's two sides to the ball.
Yeah, well, imagine explaining it to the GM of the Bengals. They're like, there's two sides of the ball, right? What are you talking about? And defense. What you mean the bad guys? Yeah, the bad guys. Oh, well, don't worry about that. We have Jamar Chase and T. Higgins and Joe Burrow. No problem at all. They'll beat the bad guys every time. They're the good guys. No, but what if I told you that the other teams have an offense too? The other teams also have Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and Joe Burrow? No. Oh, we're fine then.
Yeah.
Who needs to stop them from scoring 30 points if you could score 31?
Do you think if they fall short again, front office people are getting fired at the end of the season?
I don't know.
Or do you think that they would go after coaching staff?
I don't know. My first stop for this kind of situation would be the GM if I was the owner because he's just not even trying at this point on defense. Like it's kind of ridiculous. Like here, let's see. They drafted 2 linebackers and Shamar Stewart. Oh, Shamar Stewart is a good pickup, by the way. Just to throw that out there. That's why I didn't give them a triple F minus for the draft grade. But other than that, they didn't really get a whole hell of a lot of value. They got some O-line talent. But again, maybe if the bad guys just hold them only to 31, it doesn't matter if the other team scores 30. It's just I think they've taken the idea of invest in the offense a little too seriously.
I completely forgot this. They also added Mike Gesicki, T. Higgins. What the fuck?
Yeah, I told you. Well, T. Higgins was already on the team. They just signed him.
And then I love that it's like everybody else in that division has clearly, well, except for the Browns, has clearly invested in their defense. Well, I guess the Browns did too.
Well, hold on. The Ravens invested in their defense and their offense. I give the Ravens a solid A.
No. I understand. What I'm saying is that like in this whole Bengals situation, you've done nothing on the defensive side of the ball, so you're basically putting all your hopes and dreams on the offensive side, and everybody else in your division has gone ahead and buffed their defense. Like oof.
Like I said, who needs to score? You only need to score one more point than the other team does. You know what they say? Defense is a luxury. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I feel like the Bengals, though, like, while they're going to give up 30 points at least, no matter how much they try per game, they might legitimately be able to score 35 points against every defense in football in their sleep. Like, they might be able to bench one of their starters every week just to give them some extra rest. And still get 35 points. Like, their offense is cracked out of control. But yeah. So who was your worst off season?
Steelers.
It was the Steelers. Yeah. I can't disagree with that. I mean, they just. It seems to me that the Steelers have decided for the past, 5 years that they're going to take the approach of only going with proven veteran players, and they're not going to really invest much in young players anymore. And quite frankly, it is blown up in their face completely in every possible way. They just they can't get anything going on defense. They can't get anything going on offense. I actually thought that last season Justin Fields was playing well, and then they benched him even though he was winning. And then they traded him to the Jets for his career to die. I mean, that's where you go for your career to end. I mean, dude, I'd rather take a pay cut as a player than go play for the Jets.
Honestly.
It's just if I was ranking franchises based off of whether or not I wanted to play with them, I think the Jets would probably be the dead last.
Yeah, it'd be fucking awful.
Like
Terrible
the
fate.
Jets is so bad. But that being said, I think the Steelers made some moves that I like too. Like for example, they picked up Kenny Gainwell, Darius Slay, they added DK Metcalf, they added Jalen Ramsey. And I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but I think that they overpaid for TJ Watt. I think they did. That motherfucker is gonna be especially since they got rid of Minka. That motherfucker is about to take up 40% of their entire defense's budget by himself. I mean, to be completely fair, he literally can end a game by himself somehow. But even then, it's how can you watch this happen and not do anything about it? I don't know. I'm rambling now. But yeah, was there anything else that you wanted to say? Because I'm
No.
about finished.
Yeah.
Oh, there was one more thing I wanted to say. I
What's that?
think that the Miami Dolphins had an amazing offseason. However,
They're gonna lose in December. Don't worry.
they're not going to make it to the playoffs at all, even. I don't even think they will be a playoff team, not even a wild card. I think that the Patriots are going to win the division.
They're gonna win the division?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my wild card pick.
Okay. All
I'm
right.
telling you, dude. I'm putting $1 on it, and if I win, I'm going to the Bahamas. Because I just feel like, yeah, the Bills are good, but I feel like the Patriots added so much young, spicy talent to the roster. I'm just really excited to see the Patriots play. And you know what's funny? They stole receivers from the Bills. They picked up Stephon Diggs and Mac Hollins. So I'm excited to see what happens there. But yeah, all right. So did you have anything else to add, little Marky?
No, go Birds.
Go Birds. That's what I like to hear. We play the Bengals, right?
What?
It's the Bengals this Thursday, right?
Oh, I don't fucking remember. Quick check.
I don't give a fuck. There's football on. That's all I care about.
Oh yeah, no, it is the Bengals.
That's
It's
what
the
I thought. We're
Bengals.
gonna fucking rock them.
Bengals, Browns, and Jets are our preseason games.
Oh yeah, it's the same preseasons every year, isn't it? Except for the AFC North team that we play.
Is it?
I think so. Didn't we have the Jets
I don't-
and the Ravens last season?
No, we had the Jets 2 seasons ago. I'm almost certain.
Now you're pissing me off.
We had the Ravens. We had the Ravens, Patriots, and Vikings last season, and then 2 seasons ago it was the Ravens, Browns, and Colts.
Okay, I'm just nuts. I just got Jets on the brain.
And then the first Super Bowl run was Jets, Browns, and Dolphins. Were our preseason games.
It
for
just
our
seems like
first-
we play the Browns a lot in the preseason. That's all.
Well, that is 1, 2. That is 3 times that we played them within the past 4 years.
Yeah, it's wild.
So
Absolutely wild. All right. Well, that concludes the preseason edition of the Fumble Forecast. So, oh, god damn, Marky's showing off. What the fuck?
no, I'm
So
just
we will
stretching.
see you next time. I'm not sure if we're going to do each week during the preseason or if we're just going to return to you guys at the end of the preseason. But we will see you next time that we host the show, obviously. Bye, everybody.